So, welcome back, guys, to the channel. Don't mind the noise in the background. There's vinique.
I gotta make my entrance.
Welcome,
Okay.
guys, back to the channel. This is Went Over Your Head podcast with your host leskuzzy and Nick. How y'all doing today? What's up, my brother? How you doing?
I'm vibing. That's just cool. Got off of work. I'm chilling. How you?
I'm doing great, man. Another interesting day, week in the battle rap,
Oh my gosh. What?
right? Another interesting week in battle rap. We got where we want to start off.
Surf. Because I have no idea what's going on.
All right. So I think was it Saturday or Sunday, right? I'll say Sunday morning. I saw a few better rappers, but the first person I saw was A Wards doing the prayer sign saying pray for surf, right? At the first I didn't pay no mind to it. I was like,
Yay!
what?
I forgot you got that.
Right. He was like, pray for surf. And I thought it was like sarcastic, him being sarcastic, saying that him and Seth are locked in for a battle, right?
Right.
Then I was at church, so I'm at church. It's near the end of the day. It's like near the end of church, and my phone started saying "free surf." I'm like, what? I'm like, what? What happened? Right? So I get out of church, and I'm looking at what happened with surf, and at the time, people didn't know exactly what was going on, right? But the people are close to surf. Ted Rock said "free the wave." So people are now saying free surf. It was now like something trending, right? Surf is on Twitter and Instagram. He's not posted anything on Twitter and is posting anything the whole day. His manager, I didn't know that Surf had a manager, so his manager said something, but he really didn't say if it was. He said shit's about to hit the fan, right? So what's happening with Surf is most people are saying it's a Rico case. He's It's not something that he did recently. It's something from what Seth told Vlad. Vlad, thanks to Vlad, I watched his blog. He said he talked to Seth and he said it's something from his past, right? So let's clear
Mm.
the air. It's nothing that he did recently, but it's something from his past because the indictment is coming from Jersey. Seth lives in Atlanta, people. So this is coming from Jersey, right? But Seth at the moment is not locked up. He's not arrested, but that's some. But he's eventually is gonna come to where we gotta say free surf.
Damn.
So, but he's saying he really doesn't know what's going on, but they are preparing it as like it's a RICO case, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Surf posted, I think after a few, like near the end of the day on Sunday, he posted cryptic messages, but it was way like him posting that it was confirming that he's caught up in something, but we really didn't know if he was locked up or not. But he said until we meet again, and he posted that two songs, like samples for two songs. One of them, the one that was playing in the background, was called "Free Me," right? And the next post that he posted was like he was saying he's like, I broke many hearts, but the one that hurts is breaking my daughter's heart. And it was also in related to the song that he had posted. So Surf, as I know, as recently as today, Surf is not locked up, right?
Oh wow.
But there's a bug coming. But he's caught up in something that we don't know. His manager said Yes, because some people thought it was a something Operation Rodeo that was happening in New Jersey. That's confirmed. That's not the operation that Surf didn't get arrested for that operation. That's not it. That's somewhere near us, really. The Surf is from New York. That's not Jersey. Operation Rodeo is South Jersey. It was out surrounding South Jersey. That's near Philly, right? But he really doesn't know what's going on. Surf himself doesn't know what's really going on, but he knows something is coming. Like
Nah, you
he
know what's
doesn't
going on.
know, like he knows that he's involved into the whatever is going on with his peoples, but he knows that he's gonna get eventually, he's gonna get eventually caught up because he's that from what they're saying, they're preparing like it's a RICO case. They're trying to find out exactly because they don't even know what they're getting charged with. They don't even know their charges. And from what these managers say, is like he said, we're gonna know exactly what's going on and when we go inside. So it looks like it's a whole his whole crew, his whole team might have to go on with them. I don't know if he's saying we as like him and Surf gotta, as his Surf's manager,
Mm.
or is it meaning like the whole like this whole, Surf with this whole is cool people. But so Surf is not locked up, people. That's why the title of this is not Free Surf. It's just we gotta keep prayers for Surf. Is that right? It might have to change the title. We don't know. By the time this episode comes out, right? We might have more information. And if you follow me on Instagram, well, I'll say Twitter because that's where I don't use Instagram to update people. But follow me on Twitter. I might say something about it. I don't use Twitter that much, but this is something big for the culture because Surf is something. He's a huge staple for for better rap. But so Surf is not locked up. That's one thing. But eventually he's gonna. I don't want to say eventually, but he has a chance to get locked up if that makes sense.
Mm.
It makes sense. He has a chance to get locked up, but he's not locked up. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, most
So
likely he know what's happening. He got to lay low for a little bit, or
because
maybe a
he
trial,
said
maybe
to
a case.
Vlad, is like your past is he's like the past will catch up to you. So he might know he knows something from his past, but they really don't know exactly what's going on because he came out of like they know it's something like a Rico. They know it's like a Rico thing going on, but they really don't. They even he, uh Butterfly. He talked to Butterfly and Butterfly said I talked to Surf. He's not locked. The first thing is he's not locked up, but it is a chance of him getting locked up, right? He said he really doesn't know what he's like. He doesn't know exactly what's going on. He's trying to figure it out as he's right now as it's happening, right?
Mm.
But he only knows that he's past from his like stuff from back in the day is coming to arrest him. And I'm seeing, all right, I have an issue with some of these fans, right? This is like we can joke, right? Right? We can joke about everything that we can joke about, right? But this is nothing to joke about. I want to say that. Like the fans that they're coming when fans say, yo, so one fan on Twitter when the story like I was on looking up the story on Sunday, say, "Oh, let's hope that the 6-0 tet is. Let's see if we can stand for that 6-0 tet, bro." Like comments like that. Oh, you just keep positivity, like, bro. We don't like. We gotta keep positivity. Like some people's like, oh, and you see, this is why we tell you never glorify the game. Like nobody glorifies it. In his songs, he literally says that he doesn't glorify it, but it's something that he did when he was younger. He joined it when he was younger, before he got famous, right? And after that, he just kept loyal to it just because he wanted to, or
Mm-hmm.
that's how what he knows. But I want to say, like, for fans who saying, "Oh, like, yo, gang, he should have not did that." I'm like, you're the same people. Yeah, me, even though I don't like this person music, I never listen to their music. Y'all the same people. Y'all came for Quando Rondo saying that he's dropping his flag, and y'all would like literally coming for his neck for saying that he's dropping a flag. But when Seth doesn't drop his flag, stands on his whatever his morals or his code for his for long his, even though he's famous enough, right? Just say, oh, he has everything. Why is he still part of the game? He did this when he was younger. We don't know when he joined. We don't. All I know that since Surf has been in battle rap, he's been a crack. So he was since 19. Surf joined. We been knowing Surf since he was 19 years old. So since then, all I know he has been a crack. But hopefully he we see like it's all sorted out, because I go like it's better is much fun when Surf is like well, just be honest. It's much fun when Surf is relevant, when Surf is talking the shit, and it's enjoyable because he brings a lot to the culture. He brings money to the culture. Let's be honest. So and that's what's going on with Surf. Prayers out
The,
for Surf.
the culture is better with him.
Yeah.
It's
So
always gonna be better with him.
prayers for Surf. Hopefully he gets through this. We don't know. We got. We're gonna find out soon enough. But we still gotta say prayers for him, and because if you look at his stories, I don't know if he posted anything today, but since that news came out, I think he's literally like he's mentally. I think he's literally trying to put. He's like mentally. He kind of is like no longer like what self. No self posts like weird stuff. Fun stuff. Doesn't post really sad stuff about like things, right?
Hmm.
But since everything started like coming down, he's been like he's posting him and his daughter, and he's posting like a few little things, right? And I think, and you see, like he's trying his best, like he's really trying to live his life. Well, I don't want to say live his life, but to put his affairs in order before whatever is coming comes, right? Uh, but the other news, the TV show is now under production. In
I
light of
seen.
this, him and Holla is finally the TV show is finally getting people in the house. They're already started filming, and I'm trying to make sure I see what's going on though, right? But before that, before anything goes on, right? All right. Before we get that, we got some drama in the house already, bro. The first day, right? I named there were like few people we named MVP was one of the names that were already in the house. You didn't have to do like tryouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So MVP was on. So on the first day, Heyman tweeted out saying that unfortunately MVP could not make it in the house, right? And he was looking for somebody to put on MVP's place. And Charlie Clips called him in Holland and said, I got somebody, right? Because I got somebody who's ready to smoke the whole house. And I think we made a did we I think we made a like a tweet pocket episode about this about him and reason why this certain person was not in the house,
Mm.
right? He said Charlie Clips pulled up, and guess who Charlie Clips had in with them? He had Gritty.
Mm.
So he had Gritty with Charlie Clips had Gritty, and it's like argument happened outside the house, but Gritty's in the house. So Gritty is inside the house. So the house, I think I tried to figure out how many people are left from like I know KD made it in the house. Kelly Flu made it into the house. The guy KD Battle, I think made it in the house too. I don't know. Jay, that guy. Those are the most people I seen. Ben News, we already McMahon, they're already in the house. A2, uh, somebody, and I think him and Vixen are like the ones moderating it. They are living with them. Oh,
Mm.
Vixen is living at a hotel.
Yeah, I know Vixen is has something to do with it. I
Yeah,
seen her and Hitman posted up a lot.
yeah. So she's she's involved with it, but I don't think she's living in the house. She's living in a hotel. But I know Heyman is in the house because he posted uh Snake as and Bad News almost went into a fight. So
Yeah, I've seen that also.
so it looks like the show is happening, and they just Vixen and Heyman just posted that their first event is happening this Friday. If you're in Atlanta, DM them. They're gonna give you if you want to be in the crowd. It's this Friday at 5 p.m. So if you want to be in the crowd for that, you gotta DM them. And but you know, battle rap is in a weird space, right? Because while we talk about the show, so one of the person who was supposed to be the judge, I don't want to bring this man up because really, but we are a better at podcast. I have to. So
Yeah, come on, what's up?
one of the people who is supposed to be a judge is a blogger, but Chris Ambias was supposed.
Champion, champion hit us.
Uh, we Chris Ambias was supposed to be one of the judges for Bags and Bodies, but was asked by him to not show up to the event, to not even associate, to not show up at all.
And
And
why was he supposed to be? I don't understand.
Chris Ambias has been in the culture for years, man.
Then, but why would he have the job if
No,
you
he
don't want
had
him to
chose
be there?
like there were certain people who were chosen to be judges. So it was him. I know Let's Talk Better Rep was one of them. There are a few people who were chose to be judges for the trial battles to get into like the last phase of the tryouts, right? That happened on Friday and I think Thursday and Friday. Then Saturday with the people were getting Some most of them were in the house on Thursday. But that whole week we didn't cover this, and I really didn't want to cover it. But that whole week, I think it started a Tuesday, but Christian Bias went trending, and due to the fact that I didn't follow the story that much because from what I heard, right, from what I heard, he's been accused from something with a minor, and I don't want to get involved in I don't want to
Mm.
associate myself on that type of thing. So I
Oh,
just
then I understand why he was asked not to. Okay, I get it.
so he's the accuser came out with details, and everyone in battle rep are now seeing what's going on. Christian Bice, I guess he is now on trial. The court date he started. He appeared in court today. Oh, yesterday. I don't know when he appeared in court. One of yesterday or today. I saw a story about it from the other headman. But
Mm.
as right now, as we speak, Christian Bice is now blackballed by everyone in battle rap. Like everyone in battle rap really don't want to be because like as the story is coming out, it's getting worse. Like it's getting worse and worse from him, for him, not from him, because
Mm.
the female came out, tweeted it out because I guess the female accuser. Okay, this what happened. I think the female accuser, I think, went out, so like Mickey Fix and Swave, like we're not supporting, but they were like gave some good words for Christian Bias, right? And I guess she tagged Mickey Fax in a tweet, and thing went left because she started releasing every detail of what happened with her and Christian Bias.
Mm.
And it's the same. I don't want to say it's the same situation and take Tech Nine because when it comes to Tech Nine, we really don't know the facts for what.
Yeah, that one it just kind of
Yeah,
it really happened after he was gone, so we don't
yes,
really know.
we really don't know the facts because we heard that he was supposed to go to try to court. Then he's even like they said the issue started when he wasn't seeing a new girl with his baby mama, and things were all over the place. But it seemed like he's getting accused for the same thing that Tech Nine got accused of. But now we got the accuser releasing details, and she's getting support from some people who knew Christian Bias, and they say this because she didn't get it. Most people didn't believe it until like Bonnie and some female battle rappers saying no, this is who he really is. Like he is like this, and so when Bonnie started coming out, it got attraction. I guess it got to Verb. You know how Verb is like. I want to like Verb. One thing about Verb, when things like this happen in Barrett, he really digs to the truth. He gets everything, like everybody who's supposed to be involved, into one space, and he gets lets except for Chris and Bias. I don't think he let except for him, but people who
You don't like Chris?
I don't know if he like Chris. I never like I've really never listened to watch any Chris videos since he got out of jail. I never really did. I never even watched his videos before. All I know about Christian Biases was it was from Tita when Tita better met. Really didn't know who was Christian Bias. I never
Mm.
looked him up. All I know was Tita used him as a like a few like scheme, and that's it. I didn't know anything after that. So, but but that's it. That's more many things. I wanted to let people know because I know somebody on my Twitter. They'll say, "Why did you guys not talk about this?" Someone who watches our video say, "Why did we not talk about this?" I'm like, bro, if you watch our podcast, you know we really don't care about most other bloggers except I was like, one, we don't care about it. Two, I don't think me and Vinique watches his videos, so he's not really part of the culture like that.
I
He,
don't watch any of the bloggers.
yeah,
Let that be known. None of them.
I'm like, one, I don't want. I was like, the only people I watch is probably Champion, and I stopped watching that. I like, I watch Vlad sometimes, but I really don't watch battle rap no more. Like I use, it's like I'm like I started watching bloggers. After we created the podcast and we got like traction from the podcast. I started watching bloggers like that.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't watch bloggers
Yeah,
and pod. Like I just
yeah.
gotta
And
pod.
plus, I was like, plus the only time I watch bloggers is like stories like this, like Tsu Surf. They have more insight than us, so they might have. I was like, I watched Vlad and the other Handyman because they had more insight of what's going on because we were not getting things from Twitter. So I needed to listen to figure out what's going on before I come out here on today's Tuesday. Even yesterday we were supposed to do it yesterday, and I was like, "Go, let's push it for tomorrow so that we get more like the situation with Surf."
Hmm.
Like I didn't know a lot. I only knew like the only thing I knew yesterday was like he was not locked up, but I really didn't know exactly the extent of what's going on. Until I watched Rattlefly and the other Handyman and explained exactly what's going on. That's when the only time I watch bloggers. About Chris Bias, me and him, I don't watch that shit. I don't watch him. I don't watch a lot of bloggers. I don't care about them. Don't care about Chris Bias. Never did. Never will. I, only thing I found it was like one random day, and I saw that shit, and I was like, "What did he do now?" Because since he's been accused for a lot of things, so that was nothing. I was like, "What did he do now?" I clicked on the video for like 2 seconds. It was a Twitter space. No, I think it was a Twitter space. I clicked on. I was on Twitter one day, clicked on it, listened to like a few seconds, and got out. I'm like, okay. Then I've come to find out my Twitter after I clicked on that Twitter space, my Twitter thread is now full of with him, people saying what he did. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm like, I was like, okay, I'll talk about it, but really, to be honest, to anyone who follows my Twitter and asks me to talk about people, I'll let you guys know. I really don't care. We really don't care about other people. I this we care about battles. That's one thing.
Yes. That's the only thing I care about. I
We care
don't.
about
It's
battles.
too
We
much.
sometimes care like music stuff, but other
Too much
people who are
gossip, bro.
involved in this culture that we really don't care about, we don't. Like Christian Bias is somebody nobody cares about. I don't know how to express it enough. Y'all can y'all already buried him. Y'all burying him on Twitter. We don't have to come up here on the podcast and keep on talking about this thing. But now the other news, the BETs happened this weekend, but it's airing today. We're recording on a Tuesday. Supposed to airing, it's airing today at 9. I think. Hold on, let me make sure it's at 9. It might be at 8. Hold on. DNA. Let me get DNA. It's yeah, it's at 9. So the BT comes on at 9, and it's DNA investigation. But ladies and gentlemen, I already know what the results. DNA wins the whole thing, and
DNA always gonna win.
and and because I think he now I think DNA. One thing people don't know about DNA, he's he has a better IQ, and he knows what to say on like those stages. I think I think what that happened is like this. I think the only person I think that should do with DNA from now on, Kayshawn can do it, but really Kayshawn, he's too like
It's clips.
yeah yeah
Clips could
yeah
be him, but it's because he's so current event and he can freestyle and bring the whole crowd into it.
yeah. Like for example, when DNA, you know what? I think that somebody has the clip because if you hear the DNA verse, all he did was he named a lot of things. He's like, oh, the big ice spice. Then he did the genuine. I'm levitating on the ground like genuine. The when genuine was sitting on the like on the thing.
Yeah,
Then he's like, he used another thing. Like he just started saying that like wrote like quick things. DNA versus Cation BT was uh, if people read. Uh,
Said they got me on the BET Awards battling my brother. You want to know how hard this job is? But Extendo, Large Sig, and they sleepwalking in Jay-Z's verse on God did. You better learn I ain't leaving, but it's my turn, he ain't breathing. What they got us in the same category for? The only thing we should tamper with is Hurricane
from
Ian,
Ian.
the Thing Crow. The money I'ma bring home, but it's I gonna be the move pump. King Kong. You thought they was feeling it. You thought they was feeling it until it's night night. He pissed me. Fuck up his eyesight. Night froze. Or one hit in the big butt. Ice spice. I got plenty rounds. The desert or the semi-fine. But these two vibes on stage. Gotta do it the genuine. You should know. You should know. I'm in his crib or the studio. Now they got me wicked from both sides. Rest in peace to Coolio. It's gonna be a valley. ABT on the 10. All these people down. And like a vaccine card, he can't eat without me. I'm a spare. I'm a load up. I'm a grab a country. Cause if you rap, DM me now. Cause I'm a tagger artist. I'm a double block. He gonna get hit with a bunch of shots. Then I'm gonna make him disappear out of nowhere. Like the monkeypox.
see, current event bars. That's all he got. He gonna win that easy.
That is it. One thing I like about DNA at the end when he said like he brought up Penn State. Most people I don't think most people in BT knew what Penn State until you said it.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yo, you really keeping his name up. Like I was like, he could have just said I'm on my way to heaven to being PNB Rock. He didn't have to say Penn State. But he's like, yo, they gave me this chance, I'm gonna bring light to better rap coach. I know some people do know who Penn State is. Some people are better rap fans. I do. I think they know. Right? Like LE Chopper, I think Royce the 5'9", Joe Biden's. Yeah, some like most people who are like hardcore better rap fans who are in the industry know Penn State, but most of them really don't know who Penn State is. So when he said I'm going on my way to heaven giving and the reaction that he got, that's something to me, that's a doubt for better rap. No matter if you want the money, that was a doubt for better rap.
Right. Yeah, he gonna do his thing. DNA is always good for those. That's why I think he's a cheat code. Vada and them said it last year he was in the because I thought Geechee was gonna win easily, but Geechee kind of did win, but
Yeah,
they gave it to
yeah.
DNA. He had more. It's I don't know. It's cool
It's
when you
more
see
of like
somebody freestyling and it's genuine.
his freestyle ability and knowing where like he brings like the people who are sitting like when he brought out like when him and Gitchy went right, he was pointing at little things that was going like that he was seeing on when he was on stage. Like he saw that Chance the Rapper was sitting by himself, like in a corner. So he pointed at Chance the Rapper. That's it. Chance the Rapper will survive. Then he pointed at Quavo. Then he was pointing at, and I think when the one thing that I feel like BT should do, right? Because the only person who actually on that whole thing had a chance was Geechee and T Top because they knew what to do. When you see how T Top at first T Top when it first came up when him and Suge went up, T Top kept to being T Top, right? Then I think you saw what DNA did and he kind of switched it up when he went against DNA. Like he said, he referenced in Power Stonefall. He's like to order to get to get power. I depends that I didn't know if I was Ghost or Franklin because all I knew is that to order to get power, it depends on how the snow fall. He's like, though, I was whole peg twitching. Then he pointed at Tia, so somebody tell Tia Mike Shep music and cut it. And you see, that he knew what to do, but uh, it happened, and that's what happened. But I want to let's talk about this. This is something I want to talk about because it was brought up, and most people know how we feel about this person, but Geechee and Mook.
Yes, announced for I think traffic, right?
It's like the event after traffic or some event that's in Atlanta. I don't know when
Oh,
they.
it's the event after traffic.
Yeah, it's
They
like
keep saying don't take Mook in Harlem, but I'm pretty sure he said both of those weren't in Harlem, so I don't.
yeah.
Maybe
I
I
don't
got it
think
confused.
whoever like I had a lot of Lexus like don't take Mook in Harlem. I was like, bro, that event is not in New
Yeah,
York.
it's
It was
not even in New
announced
York.
for Atlanta. I was like, are y'all saying? I was like, the other thing I was like, first of all, if y'all do, I, I'm scared that even though I'm 90%. I'm at this point. I'm like 90% sure this is the event that Cassidy and Freeway are gonna battle on. Like I'm in iffy about it, but I think this is the event that's just gonna put that battle on it.
The November, the Mook and Geechee event.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
because I'm like, there's no way. I don't think that every time we get something like big battles that we really didn't ask for, like
Well, that is true because Summer Madness 9 technically had, well, not 9. Was that, what's Summer Madness? Whatever one John John died on. It had Surf and John John. Then it had Reed and Mook, which turned out terrible. And then it had Rock and. Um, no,
what?
it didn't have Rock. It didn't have Rock.
No,
Who did it
that's
have? It had like 2 or 3 different main events. It just didn't have.
it. Had,
Oh, it had Geechee and Calico, and it had Reed and
so it had.
Mook,
Oh, you
and then
talking
it
Summer
had
Man and what?
Surf and John John.
Summer Man
That's
is
like,
11, right?
yeah, that's like 3.
Yeah. So
Like that
it
was
had
worth 3
John John
main
and
events.
Surf, right?
Right.
The John John and Surf, Easy and Chess, Calico and Geechee,
Maybe they don't think Mook can actually be a main event no more.
Reading Mook, and Luke Castro
Ars.
and Arsenal. Then the finals of the thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. So I don't know. Is this in a small room or a big room? That's my question.
definitely big room.
So you saying big room? So
Yeah,
Mook doesn't survive.
Geechee's price isn't that low, and neither is Mook's. They need the crowd.
But
And then if you think if they're gonna have Cassidy and what's his name on that same card, then I mean,
you think I don't think you see me personally. I think Cassidy and Freeway would benefit with no crowd. I'm just saying.
yeah, but why? No, because you gotta make your money back from paying them. I
I
mean, unless they just said fuck it, and our subscribers took care of us all year. I mean, we basically did.
Yeah,
Anybody
we
that's
did.
still subbed to the
We
URL
still
TV app,
like for real, like we did. We kind
yeah,
of did.
they didn't get y'all shit this year. They gave y'all
Well,
a couple battles all the way up until April
yeah,
or
like
May, and then it was raps. It was raps. All you got was Gnome and Summer Madness,
and like
and that went how those went,
and
and then
Bayou and the Bayou and freaking what else, whatever
the
the other
Bayou. It
thing.
was one battle we cared about on there, or two battles we really cared about on there.
Yeah,
We
and
didn't
I
care
didn't
about
even.
that whole card. Like
Nobody really cared about that whole card. I don't even think I didn't even watch the bell that we cared about because
I didn't either.
I'm like, eh. But the other thing I want to say though, like for real, like y'all paid these people a year ago. Why did it take? Why is it taking this so long to make this better happen? Like for real, like let's get the battle out the way. Like for real, let's get it out of the way. Let's
Fucking
get it out of the way. Like for real, let's get.
I think that battle should be canceled anyway.
But they already got paid. That's what I'm saying. Let's just get it out of the way. They just
It's cool. It's cool. Mook and Hollow got paid also. That battle ain't never happened. So what's up?
But
Let's
yeah,
go ahead
I
and
mean, like
cancel that.
just get it out the way. Just y'all announced it. Y'all said it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That both of them got their first halves. Just get it out the way. Let us suffer. Yeah, just let us suffer for like because this year has been not that great. Let's be honest. We don't even know who's champion of the year. I want to say
This year
Swamp.
has been weak. I would say Danny.
I want to say Danny too, but
He
Swamp
the
is.
only person I know that ain't lose. You can
I
say
know.
Swamp too. You can say Swamp.
Yeah, I want to say Swamp.
You can say
Freaking.
Swamp. I wouldn't rob Danny like that though. It's kind of like he clearly didn't lose. Like Swamp had a great year though. He had an amazing year. He'd be like number
Yeah,
two.
he didn't clearly lose, but there's some wins that he didn't clearly win though.
Like what?
But
Rock smoked him. Nobody's 30 Rock like that.
because most people are gonna bring that battle with him and Av because most people are having Av winning clear.
I didn't, but okay.
Technically speaking, I did have Av winning, but I didn't have it having winning clear. I had Av winning, but I didn't have Av winning by clear.
Hmm.
I know, even though this battle really doesn't have to count. Well, it does because it wasn't. I thought it was a compliment, but him versus Freck, they're gonna use that against.
Oh, I forgot about that battle too.
So they're gonna use that against him. So he has like clearly he has
Yeah,
lost.
he got like two that they would use against him.
Yeah, where Swamp, the only probably loss they're gonna use against him is the JC, and he didn't clearly lose that. He just they just chose JC, but it's that time of the year when people are gonna bring out champion of the year. But I think that's what we have for today, man. There's really nothing much to talk about.
Yeah,
We about to suffer for another month. We gotta
yep,
get
it's about to
we're
be a
gonna get
bad.
traffic. Oh wait, hold on. This is a topic, but I really don't want to be a topic. But Swamp and Loso going back and Swamp calling out Loso is weird.
Swamp
Swamp,
calling all over.
yeah, because of the king of the south. Nigga, we don't care. We kind of say you are the king of the south because you're the only one who battled all year, and nobody really think Loso. I don't think Loso goes for that title of being the king of the south. But you saying, "Oh yeah, I want to smoke Loso because I don't like how he raps," bro. I don't like really their style of being Christian rappers. I don't. I was like, to be honest, yeah, he came out with that type of thing, but I think Loso with him, I want to say him and A Wood kind of branched off from being just Christian rappers,
Yeah.
and so I don't think because I like yeah when they first came out they were kind of trying to be like called Christian rappers, right? I was like, but when Lothar, I think him and A Wood kind of figure out like, bro, we just putting ourselves in a tight box, like just putting in our box. Let's just branch off. Yeah, we ain't gonna cuss a lot. Well, Lothar really does cuss sometimes when he says it. He says the shit a lot. That's it. But we just gotta show our rapping abilities. And I don't so I think that it's like the same thing when they do like the imaginary gumbos. I feel like that angle should be stopped because he hasn't done that shit for a while. It's been since 2016, since he stopped doing that, or 2018, whenever he stopped doing it. I don't care. But uh I saw Swam did like a interview saying, yo, the king of the south, me and Losa got a battle for that. I'm like, bro, nobody cares.
I don't know. Maybe he see Loso as one of them dudes. He just wants
I
the
know,
channel.
I know. Most people do see Lost as one of them dudes, but to be honest, for this year, I really don't care. If it was last year, yes, I would care. But Loso this year really didn't battle that much in URL, and we didn't see much of his battles, right? And I think more mainly because Loso he has been just focusing on like being like on tour with the poem things, poetry, and I think that's one main reason why he hasn't battled that much this year.
Mm.
And so I want to say he did post something that tells me that he's gonna be on traffic, right? Because when Smack posted the thing, the traffic post and put the green light, and Loso reposted it, and the next post was the traffic light, and say and he had the green light on and the other lights off. So I was like, oh, it's a hint that he's probably in talks to be on traffic, but I don't know what's going on. And his partner, his other friend, his man, his partner in crime got another crip, bro. I don't know if he's going to. You know who's the EFBK, and this is just me being funny. Like,
Ooh.
you gotta stop anybody who's part of EFB. You gotta stop going against A Ward because leave that white boy alone at this point. If you're EFB and a crip, leave that white boy alone. Because he's literally going what he said last year that he's going for every person who's a crip this year. He's going for it. He better get you, right? He better Arsenal, he better Shug, he better run needy. He's gonna battle B Magic next. Who's left? Uh Dre he said he's crossing out the seven C's. So he's now Dre Vicious and Surf. Those are the last two people on the hit list. And bro, that's crazy. This man made a hit list being a freestyle and is now going against that's the funniest shit I've seen. But yeah,
Taking out all the Crips, perfect thing for a
he's like,
Christian.
I'm crazy. He's now called. He's like, I'm
Doing the Lord's work.
cursing out the seven season. The only people who are left in that list is Dre Vicious and freaking Smith. And I go lie, I really don't want to see Dre Vicious versus A Ward, but I want to see Smith versus A Ward just because I want to see that conversation because I want to see what A Ward would do when Seth goes into grandson mode. I just want to see him like face someone who can do that on the stage. I think that's we have for this week, man. You have anything else to add on?
Nah, it's gonna be a nice little boring month until an event happens or a battle's announced or something happens in the culture. So
Yeah,
thank you. Your entertainment. We're your entertainment.
Yeah, thank you for guys. We are your entertainment for the next month.
Yes,
We don't
exactly.
know until RBE announce whatever they have going on. We might cover that like the first time for like ever. King of the Dot. I don't know what's going on with King of the Dot. They're
I
about to
haven't heard anything or seen anything from King of that.
like
Like, are
that
they
about to
okay over
stop.
there?
Since COVID happened, that shit, they just died, and that's crazy. They were the top two battle leagues, and now they're dead.
Crazy.
But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.